Welcome back to another Plain Weeks podcast. I'm your host and sports editor Travis Humphrey with my reporter Hayden Schrauf. We have guard Bo Dillard. We have the man that's being looked at by MIT, Jeremiah Budeman, and starting every position apparently for except for point guard Skylar Fly. So we're going to start off by talking with you. Y'all can join in if y'all like, if y'all have any comments. What is it like to have a conference, 6A for like our division, to have 5 teams that are all within the top 25 in girls basketball?
I mean, not gonna lie, it's a little nerve-wracking. Especially, we started off the season, we're 13-1, so we started off really well. But we have districts starting this week, and having 5 teams that are all state ranked, it is nerve-wracking knowing that like we are good because we're one of the ranked teams, so we could be up there. But at the same time, we're playing against really difficult teams, so you don't really know how it's gonna go.
If I was to ask you today what you think y'all are gonna finish in the district, what would you say?
My goal's first.
What's your prediction?
My prediction is First.
Hey.
It's always first. If it's not first, then it might as well.
Jerry, I do have a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
I think it was like 3 weeks ago, I asked you about our basketball team, and you said, we're cold. We might surprise a lot of people this year.
Mm-hmm.
I really think we're going to make playoffs.
Yeah. Okay.
Could you maybe elaborate on what's happened to, well, I don't think what you told me is very true anymore. Could you just elaborate on why this has happened?
Okay. Well, as some of y'all know, we're on a losing streak right now, but a large part of that reason is that we're playing a bunch of really good teams, and that's not to say that we're on a negative track right now. But there's been evidence that shows that we can beat really good teams if we want to. A few weeks ago in Houston, we played the number 3 ranked team in the state, and we beat them. So if we can beat these really good teams, that's not to say that we can't beat teams like Allen or Jesuit, who are also highly ranked.
Bo, what would you say the chemistry of the team is like?
That's something I would ask.
Yeah.
A very vague question.
You've
Just get along in that line.
You've been on the team that's like equivalent to your grade level every year, right? Like you were in
Yeah.
9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade,
JV.
or JV, and then varsity.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything stand apart from this year's varsity team than any of the teams you've played with in the past? Because you've played with some of the players that are on the team right now in the past.
Right.
So what might be different, the same on the team now versus what you've seen in the past?
There's a few more players that like I haven't played with as much, like Jerry, who's always played ahead. But also, I'm sorry.
Just keep going.
All right.
Just keep
Your
going.
face is so red.
I know, dude.
That just wasn't the question.
Okay.
I don't
Just keep going. Just keep
understand.
going. Just keep
So
talking.
this year, varsity is just the level that we're playing at. Like the talent level is just a lot higher than all the other years, obviously. But
I feel like you have to prove yourself more when you're on varsity than JV or any of the other
definitely,
teams.
yeah. If you make a couple of mistakes, it definitely you pay for it a lot more on varsity.
What? Were you laughing?
What kind of question is that?
That's a
Well,
decent
he
question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
He answered
That's a
it.
good
Obviously,
question.
I'm answering your question.
I have a question for Skylar now.
Yes.
What's it like to play with a D1 athlete who's like recognized nationally, like who's going to go to TCU, most likely going to start there? What's it like to play with somebody like that?
It's a lot of fun playing with Tabby. She is definitely a very talented player, as it's obvious. And I feel like this year she's really improved, and she's good at working as a team member. And like she's like, not only is she like good at scoring, but she's good at like helping other people score. And it not only like makes her look like a great player, but she's helping our team as a whole.
How many buzzer beaters has she had this year?
I have no idea.
Just like 4, I swear. Every time I'm looking at y'all's games, it's like, Tabby Dix hits buzzer beater.
She hit a buzzer beater 3 in our tournament in Flower Mound with like 0.2 seconds left, and it sent us into overtime, and then we ended up winning. So.
She also missed one.
Okay.
Yeah. But
She's a doctor. She's in my stats class.
Jerry,
What's up?
do you start?
Yes.
So do you start next to Jackson?
Next, yeah. a lot of the guards are interchangeable. So Jackson sometimes plays point, but he also plays shooting guard, and same with AJ too. So all three of us can start at the same time.
So you can play the 3 sometimes?
No, I usually play the 1, but Jackson and AJ, they usually play the 2 or 3. So
What's it like running a new offense? Because you've been on varsity for the last couple of years. You have a new coach. Is it a new scheme or is it what it's been in the past?
no, I'd really say it's more like the past. It's a lot of ball movement and it's a lot of just moving without the ball. And Coach Wester and our former Coach Clarkson were super close together. So a lot of their philosophies are the same thing. And yeah.
How much playtime do you get?
What kind of
So-
question, dude?
Okay, don't talk trash about
Yeah,
mine.
Can I ask-
don't
can I
talk
ask
trash
a
about
question?
mine.
I want to. Yeah, you can
Can I
ask.
ask a question? How many seniors are on varsity?
This year, bro.
6.
6?
Six?
Yeah, 6.
No, but I want to ask him, like, what is it like to play with players that you like? I'm not trying to be mean to you, but like most likely
That's a
have
cool
more
question,
skill
bro.
than what
Right.
you've played with in the past. Like, what's it like to play with players like that?
They're definitely capable of a lot more, and like, I don't know. Yeah.
Keep going.
You have people that you can rely on to make shots and score buckets.
So,
bucket.
Get buckets.
So, like-
Get buckets.
Did you know about Jason Terry?
Oh, we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, we do.
No, we'll bring that up later. So like, I remember like, whenever you'd be in like lower, right? You would basically sometimes have to take over games because you have players like, no offense, Timmy, who thought he was the next, who thought he was the next LeBron James on your team. So, what's it like to not have to be that person that sometimes has to step up and like be that guy to take over a game whenever is needed most?
You just gotta believe in your teammates and make because like they're definitely capable of being able to hit shots too. So just making sure that that you get them the ball when they need it.
How many freshman starters are there?
Freshman starters, there's 1 to 2. It changes a lot. But there's 4 freshmen on varsity.
Last
4
year,
freshmen, and then there's 2 sophomores, 1 junior, and 7 seniors.
last game, the top 3 scorers were all freshmen.
Yeah.
Really?
That's crazy. Well, we have
It's
0
like
freshmen.
16, 14, and 8.
What about Tabby? Tabby.
She was the 4th. For sure Skylar was 5th. SMH. You should be number 1.
Okay.
Who needs Skylar when you have Tabby, right?
Yeah.
I'm not messing. Who needs Tabby when you have Skylar?
D1 athlete.
The D1 athlete. Oh yeah, y'all know about Jason Terry, right?
Yeah.
See, they know.
Okay, I was just asking, making sure. Someone
I'm
told
pretty
me.
sure I told you that.
Yeah, several people told me that. They're like, bro, I don't know if you're supposed to know this yet, but like, bro, look at this, look at this. And they show me the tweets, bro. Or not the tweets, the DMs.
Do you not know about this?
No.
Oh, so last year, after the Buster coach, alright, Terry DMs the sports page, the Plain Louis sports page on Twitter, and was like, who do I contact for the head coaching position?
Jason Terry?
Mm-hmm.
The Jet Jason
You know, he was
Terry.
my old coach.
Are you kidding?
He's really good.
This guy's a thing for coaching.
And we gave him the McCullough's contact info. I guess it didn't happen.
Wait, so like, did he ever like actually contact McCullough?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not gonna ask McCullough.
You can ask Jason Terry.
You should.
You should.
I'm gonna do it.
I
You
wanna
can-
know.
You can DM him,
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
what happened? I want to write a story about you. Does he still play?
You think he's gonna retire? He said he's thinking about retiring unless
Thought
he
he was
hears
out of
bad
the
news.
league. I thought he was out of
like
the league.
50 or something.
No,
Yeah.
he still plays, but he's thinking about retiring unless he hears from the Mavericks, the Warriors, or the Lakers.
He wants a championship.
What if he throws a lob up to LeBron? Wouldn't that be crazy? 1,000 years old. Oh, we have to restart?
No, it's already started.
Oh, okay, I'm just making sure.
Oh man.
Everything's Gucci.
Why did you say that?
You say a lot of cringy stuff too.
Dude.
Stop. Like that. Like, dude, stop.
Stop.
Dude, stop. What about basketball? Bo, why do you play basketball?
That's incredible.
I like
Good
it.
question.
Why do you play
Fun.
basketball? Like, what gets you in the gym every day and shooting, getting those swishes?
don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You don't have like an inner fire in your heart that burns?
Dude.
I'm just trying to get at the root cause. Jerry, why do you play?
Well, I think the reason why I played is because, you know, when I was 5 years old, that was one of the first sports I was introduced into. And so I just really liked it when I was younger, and I just, you know, continued with it. And the older you get, I think there's more excitement to the game. You know, more people start showing up to your games, and it gets more competitive. And so, you know, just the love of the game, that's really why I play.
What about you, Scott?
Kind of the same reason. When I was younger, I mean, my dad's a big basketball fan, so he kind of introduced me into basketball, and I fell in love with the sport when I started playing, and I've just continued to play it, and I love it. And I think the older I got, I think my relationship with my teammates grew, and so I continue to play because of them more than anything now. But yeah.
Okay, Bo didn't give us a good answer.
I like the answer.
Oh, why do you play basketball?
It's always been a part of my life. Like, ever since I was young, I've always watched Dirk Nowitzki play basketball and stuff. And then,
He's a good player.
He's a great player.
Is he like your Mount Rushmore of players?
yeah.
Everybody has their own Mount Rushmore. I'm trying to stop laughing so much. We're going to have to scrap the video.
No, we're not. This is a great video. Better than the football one where they mumbled the whole time and give us answers.
Stop. What if they see this?
I hope they do. Y'all did a terrible job.
Dude, I think you guys did a great job, personally.
No, they actually did at the end. They pulled it together. After the beginning when we said, what's different than
that's
last year?
That's just because it's kind of weird. Listen, it's
Team
kind of
bond.
weird getting like asked about
That's all we
this
got.
kind of stuff.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
Like it's weird to be put on the spot and have to answer questions.
Yeah.
So are any of y'all looking at college to play any?
I was, and then this past year I had a lot of medical injuries and problems, and so then I stopped playing, or didn't stop playing, but I stopped looking to play in college.
No.
Bo walks on.
He's like a UCLA walk on. He's next Baker
UCLA.
Mayfield
Baker Mayfield was a walk on?
Yes.
at Texas Tech.
And that's transferred.
Yeah, I would transfer out of there too. What about you, Jeremiah?
You know, I was thinking about it, but right now I'm just trying to, you know, enjoy my high school senior year, and I feel like a lot of times, like, if you're always focused on, like, you know, am I gonna get offered by this, am I getting offered by this school, like, it can be a distraction at some point. So right now I'm just trying to focus on my real season, and then from there, if a coach contacts me, then they contact me.
What about track?
About track, okay. Well, you already know. A few colleges like, you know, MIT and Carnegie Mellon have contacted me for track, but those schools are just so hard to get in academically that, you know, track is not gonna get me in just in itself. You know, the academics have to be there too.
But would you say you're more gifted in track than in basketball?
Oh man, I mean, I was one place away from going to state as a sophomore in track and field, but
What happened last year?
what happened last year? I got disqualified at
Why did you
district.
disqualify?
So I do the long jump
He was
event.
doping, didn't you hear?
I do the long jump event in track and field, and basically they give you 3 attempts to jump, but if you cross over the line, it's called a scratch, and so I scratched 3 times and got disqualified.
Dude, how do you scratch 3 times?
Dude, don't even ask me, bro. Like, I scooted back too just to make sure I wouldn't cross the line, but somehow I did.
Do you believe that you did, or do you think it was a scandal that should be
Nah, there were several people there watching, so.
What? What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing, sir.
Never comment that down. Dude, what did you say? You said that's not basketball?
No.
The
Yeah,
podcast
we-
doesn't have to
The
just be about
podcast is
basketball.
about everything.
The football podcast ended up talking about basketball.
You're
They're,
talking about our
down
future
talking
after
us, or,
basketball,
like,
right?
trash talking us?
What? No, we started talking about Jason Terry.
Oh,
The
okay.
reaction we got from Zach was, that's crazy.
It's crazy. No offense.
Wait, so do you think you're more gifted?
Oh,
You
bro,
answer the question.
that's a hard question, bro.
Which do you enjoy more?
Ooh, you see, that's
Good
hard.
question.
I think I enjoy basketball more just because, you know, it's more of a fast-paced game, and you know there's more excitement to it. There's more people who come to the games, more people who cheer. You know, the constant yelling, the constant running. That's I just like the speed of basketball, and so you know. And I've also played basketball longer than I've done track, so I think that's another reason why I really like basketball more.
Yeah, y'all have more people come to the games.
Yeah, nobody goes to track.
No one
No,
goes
just
to
talking about
girls basketball.
Oh,
games.
okay, you
Yeah.
said yeah.
People won't come.
See, if it was on a different day, more people would come. But
That's so
yeah,
not
do you
true.
think if the guys keep losing and the girls keep winning, more
Alright.
people will go to the girls?
No, because last year they were. What was your record last year?
I'm not gonna say.
Okay,
Like
we all
4
know
and
what their
20?
No.
no,
that's-
No.
their district
We're better
record.
than that.
It was worse than that.
Yeah.
But won 5 games.
420. I thought they were gonna say no. It was actually like 7 and something. And they're like, no. Okay.
Anyway, we went to playoffs and we saw it like no fans. So.
Does that make you feel like?
How does that make you feel?
Annoyed, but
Really?
yes.
Did we write a news article about that?
We probably should. We won't though.
Oh, we wrote about the swim team, right?
Yeah.
That's because they complained enough that we were just like, here, have this.
I mean, we didn't
And
even
they
get a
still
pep rally
complain.
for playoffs.
Wait, so you don't? Oh, I was really looking forward to another pep rally.
No.
Would the boys
Unless we
basketball team
complain.
get one? Would our soccer team get one?
Yeah. Well, okay. I don't know. We had that thing last year where it's like they went to playoffs and we like cheered for them as they
Oh,
like
the soccer
voted us.
team.
That's a send off.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah. I don't know. if
Every
they-
everyone does that. Everyone does
Grant
that.
Wilcox has send off. Alright, we can end it here.
Okay, so now.
You want to end it?
No, you can end it.
You end it.
No, you end it. It's your podcast, dude. Just making it more awkward.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's podcast of the basketball team. Thank you guys for coming. This will probably be the last podcast of the semester, and the next one I have no clue who it will be with, but make sure you tune in.
Surprise.